Well, I went to mow the lawn the other day, and using my gas powered
This was
lawnmower,
like
and
a couple weeks ago, right? At this
yeah,
point, right?
it was on the 4th of July actually. I knew going outside like Tiff because I was sick. I was really sick 2 weeks. That's why we didn't record 2 weeks ago because I was really sick, and the lawn needed to be mowed. So Tiff mowed it this one time, and she told me when she mowed it that one time, she's like, "Hey, at the end of that mow, it was like blowing white smoke." I'm like, "Oh, really?" She goes, "Yeah, you probably want to change the
Uh,
oil next time." I was like, well, she was like, "When was the last time you changed the oil on that thing?" I'm like, 3 years, four
you,
years, something like
you
that.
pulled it. You pulled a dad.
I totally did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went out there and I started it up, and sure enough, it was blowing white smoke, and I'm like, "Fuck." So
Ooh.
I I was like, "All right, well, let me just change." I had a whole mechanism. Last time I changed the oil on this thing, I had like a pan. I had a thing that you pour the old oil into. You tip it over. You do the whole thing. So I did that, and then I found some oil. I'm like, I don't know how old this oil is. Probably also 4 years old.
There's the olive oil in the kitchen.
No, no, walnut oil. Um,
Okay, that's that should work.
Different colored
no,
smoke would
so
come out.
I
I
just
think.
pour the oil like I put it in, and like I keep checking it with the dipstick. I'm like, all right, that seems fine. Started back up. It's still blowing white smoke. I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, well, maybe it's old oil, and I haven't changed the spark plug in a while. So I went out and got a new spark plug. I got a new thing of oil and changed the spark plug. Dumped the old oil again. Put the new oil in again. Started up, and um, it was still spitting white smoke. And at this point, I'm like, all right. Well, I also noticed it was spitting oil out of the fucking motor too. By
That's
the way,
yeah, that's a situation.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. Well, now it's blowing white smoke and it's spitting oil out the front.
Yeah,
I checked the little air
you're
filter
seconds
too.
away from a seized engine is what's going on
Yes,
here.
Yeah.
I checked the air filter too, and it was covered in oil. So it was spitting oil. The
Oh
entire
God, yes.
Yeah. You're
Done.
the
Yeah.
entire engine,
You're
the entire
done.
motor was just
Yeah.
like
That's it.
oil everywhere, right?
Game over.
Sell it now because
Well,
it
and
still works.
if you've listened to this podcast, you know that I don't know anything about like vehicles, motors, anything like that. I mean, I knew spitting oil was not a good thing. Like I'm not that stupid, but but so I call like I'm looking for like a lawnmower repair person, and it's the 4th of July. I'm like, no one's going to be open, so I just start calling people, and I actually get a hold of somebody, and he talks to me, and he's like,
Did
explaining
you
the
just like
situation.
chat GPT or what? Who'd
No,
you get
I mean,
hold
I
of?
googled, like I googled, I looked. There's a like a almost like a next door type situation in our neighborhood, so I asked the neighborhood people, and
Okay,
Angie's
actually
List.
That's good. And you live in an area where there's a lot of helpful like
yeah,
people.
it was actually my
Yeah.
neighbor right across the street that recommended the person that I talked to. So that was good. And I
Okay.
called him, and he was really
Yeah.
nice. And he's like, I was like, hey, I didn't expect you to answer the 4th of July. He's like, no. I like helping people. So let me, walk me through what's going on. And I explain it to him, and I tell him it's a Troy built TB200 model. And he's like, oh yeah, I deal with those all the time. He's like, well, I'll tell you what, it sounds like
Mhm.
yeah, yes. He's like, it sounds like you got a blown head gasket. And he goes, and
Mhm. That's what it
I can
sounded like to
fix,
me too.
I can fix that, but I
Blow
charge
by as
$80 an
fuck.
hour.
Hell yeah.
He's like, I charge $80 an hour, and I'm backed up 4 weeks, and it's going to be a 2.5 hour job with the part. So he's like, at this point, you can spend 350 and wait 4 weeks, or you can just buy a new lawnmower. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I think I know what my option is here, right? So
Did you tell him what you were
I
going to buy? And then
no,
did he punch you?
Well, we had a gig that night, and he was telling me about that, and I was like, you should get a battery one.
yeah, you did, and I was like, oh, come on, those are probably like $2,000 or something, right?
No.
I have no idea how much they. I don't know. I've never researched this, so I had no idea. But I looked it up the
Because
next day, and I'm like,
yeah, because I had the townhome and I had a plug-in mower, and it was like, oh, this is great. There's no oil mix,
Yeah.
no gaskets, none of this
Yeah.
bullshit. I don't have to go to the gas station.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's the best.
Well, so yeah, I started researching that, and come to find out, they're like $500. They're not that expensive,
Mhm.
and like I got that. It happened to be around the same time that Amazon was having their, Prime Day or whatever. But Lowe's had a very similar. they were competing basically, and they had the same option, but I got a free extra battery out of it too. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. So now I have.
I've had a Toro for pretty much 8 years, since maybe 7. I didn't have a lawnmower when I first moved in here, but I went to go buy a weed whacker, and the Toro guy was standing there and just like, man, you get the Toro weed whacker. And he's just like, I used a plug-in my entire life, which is a massive pain in the ass. I was always just like, I don't want to get gas for a goddamn weed whacker. So he shows me the battery powered Toro weed whacker. I'm like, sold. And it has been beautiful. So when I went back to buy a lawnmower, I'm like, all right, I've already got one of the batteries for the weed whacker. If I get a Toro lawnmower, then I'll have 2 batteries. Well, unfortunately, with the size of my lawn, which is 2 lots, I cannot make it the entire way without taking a half-hour break while the battery's charged. So I've asked for Father's Day for seriously like the last 6 years, buy me another fucking battery, and I nothing. Nothing.
Well,
like they're just. I even sent them like a link, like this. Just fucking get this, and nothing. But that's another thing. Like my Toro lawnmower, it's like the bag's torn. And the little start button already kind of the spring popped out of it. So it's but let's face it, I definitely am using it harder than it's supposed to be used with the size of my lawn, but
I found it's I guess manufacturer's Ego.
That's what I had the plug-in one of those. I thought it was great.
Yeah, so far so good.
That was a townhome. That was easy to avoid the running over your power cable.
I mean, two of you have seen my yard. It's not that big, so it doesn't. Thankfully, I used it on Thursday, and it took me 35 minutes to do the whole thing, and it only used up half the battery, so that should be good. And now, and by the way, I do all my other yard maintenance stuff. All my other equipment for the yard is battery powered too. So no cords, no gas, nothing like that. Thank God.
That's ego.com sponsor.
Yes, that's right.
That has been dad talk.
Yeah,
That's definitely dad talk.
We're a dad rock podcast, so that was.
I'm not even a dad, and I was like, "Yes, you got to get the electric man." Like, oh,
such a dork though. When it came, like I was working and I was in the middle of a meeting, and I'm like, I was the person running the meeting. My son actually had to sign for it because it was, it's a huge package. Someone has to sign for it. So I'm like,
you're like, woohoo!
Like, get the door! Don't let him go away! Like, come on! And I'm like in the meeting, like looking out the window because where my office is, I can see right out the window. I'm like anxiously, okay, yeah, let's get this meeting over with. I'm gonna go outside and open this box up. Such a dork.
The new phone books are here.
He hates these cans.
He hates oil cans.
Got a defective poison.
I'm happy because I know you're gonna love that. It's
great so far.
15, 20 years. Like,
oh, here's the nice thing too is I was using it and I didn't. We're guys. We don't look at the instruction manual. We just put the battery in and fucking start using it. So
Right.
it's self-propelled.
God damn it.
It's self-propelled, but it has. I looked afterwards.
Nice.
There's buttons on the front that do the self-propel. I wasn't even using those buttons and it was
you're
fine.
using your strength.
Yeah, and
He is a man,
It's
as we
super
all
lightweight,
are.
So
Now you can
I know.
next time
Now I can do
you're
self-propelled.
gonna take it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
You take it 10% easier.
I'm assuming it's much quieter as well, right?
Oh,
yeah.
And that's. I think I could probably wear my bone conducting head. Usually, I have to wear like the the earbuds that sit inside your ear and turn it all the way up. And fucking kill my hearing. So
If you wear earplugs and your bone connection headphones, you'll hear audio even
really,
with earplugs in. Yeah,
that's
a
good.
little trick with these things. Yeah, I do it when
Nice.
I vacuum. I wear earplugs and I can still use bone connection headphones, and you hear just fine. It's a weird
I'll
magic
do that
thing.
next time.
Yeah.
I'll do that next
It's
time.
crazy. It works. It's weird, but it works.
Huh.
Pro tip.
All right,
But
cool.
it's nice to be like, fuck you, Saudi Arabia king. Not using your fucking shit.
It's really
Instead,
nice.
we're using coal.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
using Thames coal
Good old American West Virginia coal.
because that's going to last forever too. All right, cool.
Right. Oh, yeah. Unlimited supply.
Forever.
I need a wind turbine lawnmower.
Mountain Mama is going to be like, wait, this is all a hole. Okay. Well,